Hi, this is Chronicles and I'm your host, Simon Rushton. It's early hours of the morning now, Saturday morning. I keep on thinking it's Sunday, it's not. It's 6:17. I have a guy all the way from Sudan. I believe he's British born. He's going to work, but he used to be he is a choreographer, some dancing things. I won't really mess up his title, I'll let him explain. So Wadden, is it Wadden? Wada, sorry.
Yeah, that's the one.
So tell us about how you got into this dancing, what you do.
I think it was just something that I enjoyed doing when I was younger, and something that I kind of like had a little bit of a natural gift for. So I was kind of always known as the dancer before I started dancing, if that makes sense.
Oh, is that at school or amongst friends?
At school and at home, amongst family, amongst friends. You know, when you're young and you was always the one that your mum and the aunties would push out onto the dance floor, you know, to go and show off your moves. And so I feel like I kind of always kind of held that space, and I didn't really decide to take it seriously and pursue it professionally until like maybe I was like about 18, 19. I think up until that point it was just kind of a hobby. I used to kind of just do like local dance crew stuff. I was with a hip hop crew back in the day, and we kind of do it for fun.
What was the hip hop crew called?
It was called Definitives.
Definitives?
Yeah, Definitives, based here in London, South London.
Okay.
But yeah, I was there for like a good while. Still kind of am there. You kind of never really leave somewhere like Definitives. But yeah, I guess that's how I got into it.
Okay.
I kind of enjoyed doing it, so I always knew I wanted to enjoy my work.
Yeah, that's certainly the one. So have you done any big dance things, or is it just local stuff? Have you been back in dances or what?
Yeah, I guess it depends what you want to do, to be honest. So like I'm not really somebody who dances for artists. If that is a thing, and it's valid, but I prefer theatre over commercial work. So I like to do things that are a little bit more obscure, a bit more contemporary. Okay. I run a small independent contemporary dance company.
Do you want to pump the dance company?
Yeah, we go by Fubu Nation. It's run by two of us, myself and my creative partner. And yeah, we're both out of Northwest London, kind of representing, trying to put black boys on the map in contemporary dance, you know? We're quite underrepresented in that lane.
When you say contemporary dance, as a layman, what is that?
Contemporary dance is, I guess it's an umbrella term, because it encompasses a lot of things. So contemporary just means like, I guess, of its time. So contemporary dance is something that I guess is trying to find something new in the moment now, but it underneath it falls so many different dance disciplines and techniques. And like the same way within hip hop you have different techniques, right? You have breaking, you have popping, you have locking, you have whacking, voguing, but they kind of can all come under they can all fall under the style that is hip hop, right? It's the same thing with contemporary. You have various different techniques. You've got things like release, Cunningham, Lemone's, different techniques. So we train in a lot of them when you're going through your training, but I guess when it comes down to what you create, it's really trying to be creative, you know, and kind of fusing all your movement languages that you practice. So I fuse a little bit of my hip hop with my contemporary training, with my ballet training. Like you use it all to try and make something different.
Yeah. Okay.
So I guess back to your question in terms of jobs that I do, it varies from a theatre production that I'll do with my own company to like a freelance job that I might do for another choreographer. I've done movement direction for like Tommy Hilfiger before. I've worked on different music videos, productions. It really I think as a freelancer it really varies. No day in the office is the same.
Okay. So you sound like you really like what you do, which is good.
I do indeed.
How how long do you reckon, because obviously COVID's affected all of the entertainment industry, and I take it, I classify as what you do as entertainment. So how long do you reckon until you get on until things, you start to get contracts back in?
I think things are already slowly starting to creep back in. I think it's just the volume and the rate at which things come now has kind of changed. But I mean, I think towards the beginning of the whole lockdown, it went completely ghost and dead. And now things are happening a little bit more. So I've already got a few projects actually coming. So yeah, I think it's already started, that process, to be honest. Okay. It'll just be interesting to see the rate at which it kind of goes back to what it was.
Okay, that's good. So what would you say is the most valuable lesson you've learned being in this industry?
I think for me, the most valuable lesson I've learned is that it's the importance of, I think, working for yourself.
I hear that.
Being your own boss and owning what you do and what you make, if that makes sense. Having total ownership of everything.
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
Definitely. Makes a man proud to have his own.
Yeah, completely.
So, were you born here? You born in Sudan?
I was actually born in Sudan, yeah.
So tell us a bit about Sudan. Sudan.
Yeah.
Tell us a bit about what that was like living over there.
I was born there. I moved to the UK quite young. So my memories of actually living in Sudan are quite limited. I moved here when I was like three or four.
Okay.
But I did often visit Sudan quite a lot up until like I was a young adult, really.
What was it like there? What is it?
Sudan is, I guess my experience of it is, I guess, probably quite subjective to my experience of it, if that makes sense, and my family, my lifestyle over there. I think Sudan is somewhere that's very family orientated, very community orientated. But I think it's a beautiful country. I think it's a misunderstood country. It's a beautiful culture, and they really are a beautiful people. I have never experienced warmth or hospitality like I have from Sudanese people anywhere else in the world, and I've travelled quite a lot.
Okay, what, travelling with work and music, to dance, sorry?
Yeah, that does allow me to travel quite a lot, but also just in general, I like to travel for leisure. So that's one thing I seek new experiences in new places. I like being in foreign lands. I enjoy culture shocks. I'm not intimidated by them. So those are things I seek out. So yeah, going back to Sudan, I think it's a beautiful country that needs and there's not that much. I don't think there's not that much literature in Sudan. People don't actually really know of it unless you kind of try to look into a little bit of its history, where you'll find some things, but again, not everything. I think it's one of them places you have to experience.
Okay, that's interesting. Well, thanks for that interview.
Thank you for that impromptu surprise for my morning. I'm barely awake, but I'm out here doing an interview in an Uber.
He's saying he's barely awake. I'm fighting hard to stay awake, and I don't mean in a rude sense. I mean, I've driven 1 hour too many, you can say, audience out there. On another note, I hope you liked that episode. Feel free to give me some feedback through voicemail, email. The email's up there now. The website's up there now. We're moving on all the time. Don't forget our sister podcast called Africa Investor Stories, all about people from around the world who've invested in Africa. The good things, the bad things, the experiences they're sharing, so others can learn and come forth with much fruits. So feel free to like, share and subscribe, and have a nice day. Thank you.